Every video you see talks about what the Sigma male is good at, his autonomy, his focus, his success. But almost no one talks about what he's actually terrible at. There are parts of being a Sigma that are deeply confusing, even to him. While the Alpha thrives on the visible hierarchy and the crowd finds safety in numbers, the Sigma operates on a frequency that often leaves him standing entirely alone. It isn't always a choice to be mysterious. Often, it is just a heavy, tiring inability to participate in the world the way everyone else does. Stay until the end. We are going to peel back the layers and look at the internal cost of this independence. You'll see why your greatest traits often feel like your most exhausting burdens. You'll understand that the distance you feel isn't a sign that you're broken. It's just the weight of how you are wired. By the end, you'll realize that being different isn't a strategy. It's a reality you've had to learn to live with. Number 1. Acting normal when he detects your deception. Imagine you're sitting across from someone who tells a minor lie. Maybe they shift a detail to look better, or offer a shallow compliment just to smooth over the air. Most people ignore the inconsistency to keep the peace. They choose the comfort of the moment over the friction of the truth. They move on because it's easier. The Sigma doesn't. He goes quiet. He stays calm, but internally he's already recalculating everything you've ever said. It's draining. He carries the weight of that lie alone, and the energy required to keep a pleasant face is heavy. He doesn't even know why he's still smiling. He just knows something shifted, and he can't pretend it didn't. Number 2. Maintaining a distance that eventually feels lonely. Someone tries to rush a connection with you. They share personal details immediately to build rapport. The average man feels pressured to reciprocate. He buys into the fake intimacy just to avoid the awkwardness of the silence. He wants to belong, so he forces the bond. The Sigma pulls back. He views that speed as a form of pressure. He moves at his own pace, which often looks like he's pushing people away. It's exhausting to constantly manage the risks of being known. He isn't playing hard to get. He's just built to observe until he's sure. The window for a real connection often closes while he's still watching from the outside. He's comfortable there, but it's a heavy kind of comfort. Number 3. Analyzing your praise instead of just feeling it. Someone gives him a genuine, simple compliment for a job well done. Most people take the win. They feel the social high, say thank you, and let the validation fuel them. They need that external nod to feel like they've arrived. The Sigma male doesn't hear the kindness, he hears an equation. He immediately runs a diagnostic to see if the praise is objectively accurate or if there's a motive behind the words. It's draining. He makes people work far too hard for what should be a simple moment of connection. It's not a strategy to stay humble. It's just a tiring internal measuring system that won't turn off.
Number 4. The heavy weight of a delayed emotional response. A high-stakes event occurs, a crisis at work or a sudden personal loss, and the room expects an immediate reaction. The crowd expresses their feelings instantly to bond with the group. They find relief in the shared outburst. They vent to feel close. The Sigma stays calm. He processes the event internally until he finds words that actually capture the depth of the feeling. He isn't heartless. He's just optimizing for precision over speed. The emotion is fully felt, but it remains trapped behind a processing wall. It's a lonely weight to carry. By the time he's ready to speak, the moment to bond has expired. The feeling is still there, it's just unspoken. Number 5. Fixating on inconsistencies that most people ignore. You notice a minor logic slip or a subtle shift in someone's energy that contradicts their previous behavior. The crowd moves past these small errors to maintain social harmony. They prioritize a smooth afternoon over the truth. They choose comfort over clarity because it's easier to belong than to be right. A Sigma male cannot put it down. He picks up the error and it runs in the background of every interaction that follows like a corrupted file. He doesn't confront you immediately, but something has changed. This is heavy and draining. He carries details that most people would have dropped minutes ago, and it builds a persistent internal tension. It isn't a choice. Ignoring something that feels off goes against his basic system integrity. It's not a strategy, it's just how he's built. Number 6, the exhausting refusal to ask for help. He hits a professional or personal wall that requires outside expertise to solve. Most people reach out to their network immediately to split the burden. They find relief in shared responsibility. They trade their autonomy for ease. The Sigma sits with the problem. He exhausts every internal angle, working until his mental battery is at zero before even considering reaching out. Admitting he hit a limit feels like handing over evidence of a weakness he can't take back. The internal cost is burnout and prolonged, silent suffering. It is not a flaw, but a byproduct of a brain wired for total self-reliance. Solutions that were one conversation away are delayed for weeks. When he finally asks, he minimizes the need so much you don't even realize he's drowning. He's still underwater. He just doesn't know how to say it.
Number 7, the automatic resistance to rules that make no sense. You ask him to follow a standard procedure that serves tradition but offers no real benefit. The average man complies because it's easier than resistance. He values his standing in the group more than his own logic. He goes along to get along. The Sigma resists. To him, pretending stupidity makes sense feels like a personal lie. He has no internal switch for compliance. A rule that fails logic is rejected like a foreign object. This friction is exhausting. He loses credit with people just to keep his own integrity. It's not about being difficult, it's just how he's wired. Number 8, the inability to participate in shallow social filler. You find yourself in an elevator or a break room where someone tries to fill the silence with talk about the weather. The crowd draws energy from these exchanges. They use small talk to signal safety and belonging. For the average man, this nothingness is the glue of social life. The Sigma experiences it as a slow leak in his mental battery. He doesn't engage because he feels the massive gap between what is said and what is worth saying. It is draining. He would genuinely rather sit in a heavy silence than participate in a meaningless script. This isn't him being stuck up. He is simply wired for substance. To him, 5 minutes of shallow talk is more tiring than an hour of truth. There is a brief pause where both people feel the gap. Only he understands it. Number 9, the heavy habit of ignoring his own wins. He achieves a major goal he has sacrificed months of his life to reach. Most people stop, celebrate, and broadcast the win. They need the rest and the external acknowledgement to feel that the effort was worth it. They live for the congratulations because it makes the struggle feel real. The Sigma gives a quiet nod and immediately moves forward to the next checkpoint. He doesn't wait for the applause because he has already internalized the result weeks before it actually happened. The achievement lands, but the celebration never follows. Resting feels indulgent, even confusing, because in his mind, the work is never truly finished. It's a specific kind of emptiness that follows a victory. While others are busy being celebrated for past wins, his mind is already miles away, starting the next climb. The hidden costs you carry are not signs of a malfunctioning social battery. They are the price of being wired for total independence. The world often asks you to fit in, to participate in the noise, and to value the same things the crowd does. But your strength comes from a place that doesn't need that validation. It's okay that it's tiring. It's okay that it's lonely sometimes. You aren't broken. You are simply operating differently. And that is where your integrity lives. You are the architect of your own silence and the only one who truly knows the depth of your own effort.
Nothing the world says or does can take that away from you. You were built to stand apart, and you are exactly where you need to be. Thank you so much for watching.